Hey, parents, as advertised, we're going to go through the 3.5 steps. Yes, 3.5 steps it takes to help your son or daughter figure out what it is that they want to do with your life. And you can be a part of that process there as well. The first thing that we have to do is we have to figure out what is a core interest of theirs. Now, interests, by definition, are things that get your attention. So there are things, therefore they are nouns. In other words, we're only looking for nouns. Don't necessarily think about verbs or that kind of thing, or like actions or we're just looking for what gets their attention. And a good question to ask them is, what can you talk about for hours on end and not get bored? And that is usually a very good indication of what is a core interest for them. And obviously, some are maybe more interesting than others, but it's the kind of question where if you're walking down the hallway and somebody happens to mention this topic, they will stop, turn around, listen, perhaps even take part in it. So what is a core interest? In other words, something you can talk about for hours on end and not get bored. And the answer to that question has to be a noun. And there may be more than one, but you need to figure out at least what those nouns are. Maybe not more than 5 or so, but what those nouns are that really get their attention and make them want to pay attention, and then what they can talk about again for hours on end and really not lose any sort of interest whatsoever. So that's step number 1. Be back for step number 2 tomorrow.